Welcome back to Boom and Bust. I'm your host, Tony Clement. Here at the News Forum, we're here with Christina Santini. She is the Director of National Affairs for the Canadian Federation of Independent Business. Christina, if I could come back to the cost of living crisis for a second, really important what you alluded to earlier, that affects small businesses as well. It's not just a consumer-based issue, that small businesses are. I'd love to hear your feedback from them on how the cost of living crisis affects their ability as a small business to survive and thrive.
Absolutely. So what they've noticed is that consumers have changed their behavior. So it affects them in two ways. I'll take a quick step back. It affects their demand and it affects their cost inputs. In terms of demand, consumers are potentially making different decisions and either coming in less often, consuming less, switching to different choices, which can have an impact on their sales and thus their revenues, which could explain in part why it is or not back to their pre-pandemic revenues.
Right.
The other way that inflation has really hurt them and that they've seen their margins of profits go down, if not be completely siphoned away, is that it increases their operating costs. In terms of course, their cost, if let's say they're a restaurant and they're offering food, their food costs have gone up. Their energy costs have gone up. If they ship anything, their transportation costs have gone up. Insurance has gone up. And furthermore, they do want to make sure that their employees' wages and their employees are not worse off. So they intend to increase wages, but as I've referenced, they can only do so much and increase it by so much while remaining viable. So a key question there is, can payroll taxes not further add to this pressure that they're already facing and enable individuals to retain the money that they earn? We've heard whispers, and we hope that won't be true. There was an article in Blacklocks not too long ago stating that there could be a further increase in the EI premium rate. Ultimately, such a thing means less money in individuals' pockets, more cost to the employer, which can affect future wage and price plans. That would be very unfortunate if realized, particularly since the budget 2023 had forecasted that EI rates should not require an increase into the future because the labor market and economy was strong. That hasn't changed. So we really hope that there won't be an increase in EI premium rates and that there's a potential freeze in the introduction of the second ceiling for Canada pension plans, because middle income earners will be making even less, or at least taking home even less come 2024.
Yeah, I think that's a really key point, that payroll taxes are job killers, and they force small businesses to actually reduce their labor costs, which could mean people are let go or people are not hired. That's basically your position, right?
Or they're not able to provide their employees with the wage increase that they would have hoped to. That could be the other thing. They keep their employees on, but they can only give a 2 or 3% increase rather than a 4 or 5% increase.
There must be a lot of pressure on small businesses on the wage front, right? Because of the cost of living, as we've talked about.
There is, absolutely. And it's also affecting employee retention and recruitment. If you're interested in some stats, 80%, actually 82% of our members have attempted to raise wage. It's not a wage suppression issue that
Oh,
they're
really?
facing. It's only worked for 30% of them. The reality is there's a lack of applicants. So we're really pushing for individuals in the government to look at how access to the pool could be improved, or how the efficiency, and we can incentivize improvements in the efficiency of current labor. Um, Ultimately, if we can ensure that businesses have the staff they need to operate, have the staff to grow, we can enhance the productivity of our country, and it's a benefit to everyone.
We've got about 20 seconds left. Are you optimistic that people in Ottawa are listening to you?
We know we're being listened to. Whether or not they will undertake action is another thing.
Right, right. Well, listen, it's been great to have your update on our program. Christina Santini, CFIB, thanks for being on Boom and Bust today.
Thanks for having us, Tony.